Welcome back to Meg's Mysteries. Are you getting in the mood for some ghosts and ghouls and things that go bump in the night? This is my hats off to old horror films. Stay tuned for October's Spookaween stories. October is mine and the ghost's favorite time of the year. Hope you can join us. This story, Part 1, The Hollow Halls. Who walks these hollow halls? The souls of the undead, spirits that live on too long in the world of the living, never seeming to find peace. The race of the undead, fallen spirits. Who haunts these hollow halls? My name is Elizabeth Browning, Lizzie, and I found this written down in an old book in my family's home library. But I'll get back to that. It was the summer after we graduated from high school. My two friends, Jasmine and Becca, and I went on the summer of fun before we had to go to college. We all met in freshman high school. I was already friends with Jasmine from grade school. Becca became our friends at the end of high school. We both knew she was our kind of person from the start. Jet black hair, dark makeup, and goth clothes, just like us, the misfits of Bryant High. We had our share of strange occurrences in some of our classes. We almost always did things together, but we had our own interest. I had an art class. Jazz had a photo class. Becca took up writing. Another thing was getting very mysterious. We all had mysterious dreams, the same nightmare. At first we didn't share it with each other, but it was getting to be every night and getting so real. We all dreamt about a shadowy figure looming over us as we slept. At first it was a cloudy figure, and then it turned into a black figure with dark holes for eyes. Its face glowed. It had the look of the undead. It looked like the painting of the Scream that I saw in art class. It would appear to us every night, and we woke up. It was still there, but fading away. This happened every night until we shared the story with each other. I also kept drawing and painting the figure in my art class and doodling it on my books and paperwork. Jazz took up photos, and she had to do a Photoshop of vegetables for the cooking club. But her vegetables, they started an eerie thing. When you cut into them, the cabbage, peppers, and tomatoes all looked like the dark image when they were cut into. For the photo, a face looking at you, very eerie. Becca kept writing strange stories for her class, all dark and deadly figures in each story, not like her usual stories. They kept coming more sinister and evil. The teachers didn't think much of it. We all were very strange and goth, and liked the dark and mysterious things all through school, so this was nothing new, but even this freaked us out. Finally, it stopped at the end of senior year, but we all thought that it could have been maybe a premonition or maybe just bad dreams because of the goth lifestyle we enjoyed. Oh well, it stopped and we started looking into going to college, the next part of our lives. We all had high grades so we can go anywhere we want. The only thing was we made a pact that we stayed together, one for all and all that stuff. My family owned an old movie theater where we would all go to enjoy the old classic horror and mystery movies and some old silent movies. That's what we were all into. I worked there after school and the girls helped out too. Jasmine's family was my parents' best friend and they lived close to us. Becca's dad was a UN ambassador for England. He was raising her on her own because her mother died when she was a baby. He was really never home, so she stayed with my family most of the time. So we all decided to go on our last summer vacation together before we go off to college. Becca's great aunt, Rebecca Collinsworth, is her father's aunt. She contacted her. Becca never met her, but they were like pen pals and got very close, corresponding over the years. She wrote to Becca, "Dear Becca, I would love for you to come to England for the summer to our family's estate. Bring your friends if they would like to come. I know from your letters how close you all are. So let me know. It'll be my graduation gift to you. I'll send you all tickets and I'll pay for everything. Signed, your loving Aunt Rebecca. Becca couldn't wait to ask us, would you like to go to England and stay the summer? And we can do other European countries too. All free. My aunt is paying for everything. She told her about us in her letters, and we all agreed. Our parents said, okay, it'll be great vacation for all of you. And you'll get to see other countries and meet new people. So that's what we did. We took Auntie Rebecca up on her offer. We flew to England, to a small town of Blackwell, England, to the Collinswood estate. It was more like an old classic castle, dark and goth, just like we liked it. Miles, my aunt's chauffeur, picked us up and drove us there from the airport. As we drove up to the estate, the ancient doors opened up, and a tall old lady welcomed us with open arms. Aunt Rebecca smiled and said, so glad you are all here and accepted my invitation. She hugged us all and said, welcome, I know you're all going to love it here. It's just like walking into an old movie, I thought, the ones that we love to watch. The maid Millie took us up to our rooms and said, rest up and clean up for dinner. Please dress for a formal dinner. We found in our rooms 3 black gowns, all perfect sizes, accessories to go with them, and a closet full of goth-looking clothes. This is like a dark fantasy, I said. I feel right at home. I'm waiting for Dracula to show up. Becky, your aunt is wonderful. A little strange, but a free spirit, just like us. I guess that's where you get it from. She's not like your father. He's so conservative. We had a delicious dinner and talked for hours. She told us the history of the estate and the town's history, too. You'll all love it here. I'll take you all over. But you must see our university, Brahms University. That's where I went. Also, where Becca's mother and father, they fell in love. I didn't know that, Becca said. I don't know much about my mother. Father never talks about her. Aunt Rebecca said, it's hard for him to talk about. She was so young when she passed. But on the bright side, I think you'll fall in love with the university. Maybe you all can apply there. Then she said, time to rest up. Tomorrow's a big day. I have a surprise for you. A party tomorrow night to introduce you to all my friends. A party to welcome you all to our little town. Won't that be nice? And then she just left us. I said, I guess that's our cue to go to bed now. Jasmine said, I'm tired and I guess I have jet lag. Jet lag? I can't even say it. I'll see you both in the morning. I stayed up and talked to Rebecca about her mother. I said, they never told you how she died? Becca said, no, but I overheard my father talking to Aunt Rebecca. He said it was meant to be. I will bring up Becca alone. I don't know what he meant by that. The next night, as she said, she showed us all around, and then she said, this week we'll take a trip to the university and make a day of it. That night, it was the party, a party indeed. So many of her friends wanted to meet us. They were all very pleasant, but well into their 80s, some of them older. She told us, they're my best friends from my youth and my university days. You'll meet the younger crowd at the university. They're more your age. We'll go this week. It was funny, but we all had a great time. A formal dinner, dancing, and we danced with the older gentlemen. And the women told us about their grand parties of their youth. Later, Jazz said, they're all very nice, but boy, did the women wear a lot of makeup. They covered their faces up with pancake makeup, like the old days. The men all looked a little odd, too. That night, we were all tired, and we all had the same dream, the shadowy figure dream again. We just thought it was due to the jet lag and all the excitement, but why now? Aunt Becca had told us, go up and rest. You're going to have a busy day tomorrow. We can go check the town. You can have Miles take you anywhere you like. Also, you can take a trip to Scotland, Ireland, and fly to Spain and Italy and France, anywhere you want to go. You're here for the summer of your lives. I'll pay for everything. But first, I want to show you Brahms University and tell me if that's somewhere you would consider going. We all were overwhelmed. She was so kind. But she's doing so much for us. We can't ask her to pay for it all. Becca said, I really don't know, but in her letters she was so loving. We became so close. This is very unexpected. But maybe because she never had any children, and her husband died so young. She must be lonely and just wants to keep us close. I told her, it's strange, but at least we can check it out, just to make her happy. She's done so much for us already. That week we went to check out the university. It was a huge, old, and very English. We loved the look, and the teachers were very friendly, and they all knew Aunt Rebecca personally. They showed us all around and answered all our questions. The headmistress, Mrs. Sarah Wetmore, for the girls. Headmaster was Mr. Garnett for the boys. Teachers Martha Melbourne was English Lit, Mr. Henry for medieval history, Mr. Cosmo, science and math. There were many other subjects to take. We could choose anything we had interest in. Then we went to the dining hall where we met some of the students. We sat by some girls, Anne, Tempest, and Beth Ann. They were all very nice. The next table were the boys, Samuel Allday, Omar Vara, James Homedale. They said, we'll be happy to show you all around after dinner. Becca said, I'll ask Auntie if it's okay. I'm sure she'll agree. It was fun to see the place from their eyes, not just the teachers. So we did. It was fun. We all got along so well. At the end of the tour, Samuel said, hope you will all come and join us. It will be fabulous. When we left, we agreed to keep in touch and let him know of our decision and if our parents okay it. But when we went home, we would love to attend, but it must cost too much and way out of our budgets. Aunt Rebecca was so happy and said, I know you'll love it here, and I know you'll get in. We just smiled and thanked her for everything, but we knew we couldn't afford it. But it was fun to see it, and meeting the boys was great. We had the summer of fun to remember, and we traveled everywhere we wanted to go. Auntie insisted we go, and she paid our way. Then it was time to go home, and we promised to write to her. It was the least we could do after she was so gracious. And we all began to love her like our own. We said our goodbyes, and she said, I'll be seeing you soon. Jasmine said, she must be very lonely in that big estate. But it's very strange. She thinks we're just around the corner and can visit at any time. I feel sorry for leaving her. I said, we'll all write to her, and maybe that will help. Becca said, she'll love that. She lives for my letters. She told me they keep her youth. And when I tell her the things that we do, it's like she's there with us. When we got home, there was letters waiting for us all. Welcome to Brahms University. We all got a 4-year scholarship. Aunt Rebecca gave them our records. She got them from our parents, and she filled out our application. Another surprise, but this was so strange. Our parents just okayed it without even asking us if we wanted to go. They didn't even know her. Maybe Becca's father talked them into it, or maybe it was an offer they couldn't refuse. We didn't care. We all wanted to attend. It was a scholarship, and we did have the grades. I did have my concerns and said, that was too easy. I feel very strange about it. Jasmine said, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Don't be ungrateful. Aunt Rebecca is just helping us, and we really want to go, don't we? This is just what we always wanted, to go to a great college all together. The letters also said, welcome to the Hollow Halls. Hopefully we will be seeing you soon. From the headmaster of Brahms University and staff. So what do you think? Should we go? It sounds like an adventure of a lifetime. that we just can't pass up. So follow us to part 2 of the Hollow Halls and our new university life. See you next time.